Do we believe, we might be jonesing for it, we might wishfully put it out there, is this the Super Bowl preview? Will we see this as the last game of the season, guys?
When I used to work for Rome, we used to have Chael Sonnen on the show, some MMA fighter, talked a big game. And we had this 3-minute rant just destroying Brock Lesnar and insulting him and everything. Brock Lesnar comes on the next week. What do you make of Chael's comments? He goes, who? Who are you talking about? Chael Sonnen. He's a fighter I've never heard. Wouldn't take the bait. I'm picturing Drew Brees gets into work this morning, and he goes, oh, he scored a bunch of points? There was a game last night? We score a bunch of points every week, and the other team doesn't score. Ask the Eagles. They scored 7. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. Great game, but I just watched what they did in the Superdome to the reigning champs. I don't care what kind of season they have, destroying them.
They beat the Rams, too.
Beat the Rams, too. It's the Saints right now. This is what I'll say. I've seen a couple things this season in all of the NFL I think could knock off the Saints. One's Khalil Mack, and one was a 99 last night. I think that's the only way, if they had their juggernaut games, you could possibly beat them. It's the Saints right now. I'm not prisoner.
The way I look at it is,
no.
Okay, so the Rams just had that game. They have Thanksgiving. They have a bye week. From what I'm told, these guys have 6 days off. That's unheard of during a football season. They're taking these 6 days off. They won't be back in the office. Usually you get to like Wednesday. Let's get back in the office. The Rams are completely resetting because they were on the road all last week in Colorado. And then they are gearing up for the second half of their season, which they think includes a Super Bowl run. I will say this. They were down 35-17 at the half against the Saints and came roaring back, tied the game at 35, and lost. Last night's game was huge because it keeps pace with New Orleans. If New Orleans loses one more, and they play Pittsburgh coming up, and they play Dallas, the Rams would have the 1 seed. That's where I think it changes. If the Rams have the 1 seed, they've got a shot to be the division and the conference champions. If that is in New Orleans, though, that conference championship game, no one's winning. Saints are going all the way.
I think the Saints do get their 1 seed. I think the Rams can't beat them in the Dome. And even since that loss to the Saints by the Rams, the Saints have defeated their opponents 99-21. They're dominantly winning, and their defense has just as many superstars.
You're right about that, but I will say, after getting punched in the mouth, I think the Rams realized they weren't as good as the Saints. And the way they played last night, aside from the strip sack of Goff, he took care of the ball, didn't throw any interceptions, played at an efficient level. And with the defense, just like we're all saying at the table, if Donald plays that type of game, if Samson Ebukam plays that type of game, I love Drew Brees. Don't get me wrong.
Keep Talib coming back.
Keep Talib coming back. I mean, the host of characters, as we know, the Los Angeles Rams, Drew Brees is phenomenal. Drew Brees can't stand up and take that type of punishment if Aaron Donald's breathing down your neck.
Yeah, I'm not counting the Rams out. I am counting them out in the Dome.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If it's in the Dome, it's
until the Rams prove they can beat the Saints, we have to give the Saints credit. Like, let's give them credit.
I think it's just like you're saying with Aaron. It's all going to come down to defense for me.
Belichick and Brady are watching this, smoking cigars somewhere with their 5 rings.
Talk about it.
Just talk about it.
And see you when you get there. I'll see you at the championship.
Oh, another fancy